Hello, peeps. Okay, I hope this won't come across upside down now, this video. Um, I had two spontaneous video ideas today, so today I'm kind of filling YouTube because I'm in the condition to do so. So thanks for the people in the autism community who basically recommended anyone who wanted to hear to do the videos when they were in the condition to do so. I am just waiting for my tea to boil through, and yeah, as you see, the hand is up. That means that my nervous system is still a little bit acted up because I was at the mall with my friend. And I'm wearing my flea market hat. And I'm enjoying the autumn sun. And autumn, actually, for many people, is a symbol of going to sleep and getting older. Like this weekend, I saw a really nice video by a really young girl with autism who claimed the problem with the parties didn't get better as you get older. And I must say, I kind of have to contest this idea because I think I've mentioned that on and off that I'm physically 43 years old, but feel like mentally somewhere caught between an oversized teenager and an old lady. And I found that so funny recently when an actual teenager asked me the other day, how old are you, Frida? 60? Okay, wonderful. My joints think I'm 85 because I have like some other health issues that might be connected to the autism or not. There is, to my knowledge, not too much research about like autistic people aging because, let's say, this phenomenon that people who can actually speak and who are not compliant with the Rain Man stereotype and so on express themselves about autism. I have only seen that for the last 10 years. Or like it's being heard more, even only in the last 5 years. At least that's my experience. If you have other ideas about that, leave me a comment. So I only have seen one study about autistic people getting older, and I actually don't remember who made it, and I didn't read the whole story, but it was like something coming down to the point that the autistic people lose their fat tissue in the body earlier than other people. I can totally believe that because, let's say, when I fall on the ground today, whatever the reason, I have to stuff something under my knees in order to, get the insulation on my knees to be able to stand up. Because, let's say, if I don't, the pressure will cause me a type of pain that I can't describe and that causes like a spasm, so I can't stand up. So this is like one of my worries with old age. Can I actually live on my own as a senior? Or which options are there to help me to stand up alone? Let's say I can obviously, or at least to me that's obvious, that I can eat and shower on my own, and to me it's like important that I can control myself what I eat and when I shower and stuff like that. So I don't want other people to control this as long as I can avoid it. But I'm still trying to like invent solutions for myself. Um, when I was like not only mentally 20 years old, but physically, I was never a party lion. I think I attended in my entire life only 10 to 15 parties that were like connected to like something like an amateur theater group or a church group or like invited by a close friend or something. Um, so I always kind of knew this was connected to someone concrete who I identified with. Um, and let's say I wasn't expected to do anything in particular. Let's say birthday parties for family members in the very widest sense could be a little bit more tricky because there you were like expected a set of behaviors or something. Um, but let's say these were where the teenagers invited the whole class. That was like, let's say, hardly the case. And and I think actually aging out of this teenage culture gave me the advantage that I don't think so much anymore about what people may think about me and my ways of life. Um, and like to the people who tell me today, you are only responsible for yourself and you think too much what others may think about this and that, you didn't know me in the 90s when I was an actual teenager. Um, can I actually say, and I hope YouTube won't censor that, that actually, like, in the moment that my ovaries needed to be surgically removed, and I'm actually still on an artificial menopause. That did me good. I mean, like now I'm horribly hot, even though it's like really cold outside. But it uh, it made my body feel lighter in my life context. I am not saying that everybody else should do this. Now, please, not. If you have any issues to the effect, please, please, please uh, take solid counseling with a doctor about like every kind of consequence this may have, because like for instance that with the artificial hormones to avoid heat flushes and osteoporosis, that's not so much fun, and I had to develop a routine about that. And let's say I kind of have to bring this estrogen pump also to basically almost every visit to a doctor who doesn't know me, so they have an idea about what medication this is, what influence this may have like on other medication and blah. So yeah, but let's say this aging helped me define what do I need for self-care, which people do I actually want to spend my limited time on Earth with. Like, let's say I read it on social media that like one of the poster adults for cerebral palsy activism here passed away during the pandemic. So that made me realize that, let's say, people with cerebral palsy can, don't have to, but can pass away before the average age. So that made me basically live more intensely. And I think like because let's say when I was 20, when I was 15, 20, 25, I was still like, I was kind of obsessed with finding a partner. That's really unhealthy, let me tell you. So when that came into sight that I, let's say, have different problems than other people when establishing and maintaining a relationship, um, and I actually built myself a nice life without a partner, then suddenly I kind of stopped seeing people who had this expectation. Like that was I started pen paling again in my late 20s, mid late 20s, and then of course this was that was sort of the age where everybody wanted a baby with a pre-existing partner, and then there was, do you have a partner, do you have children? And this was a really annoying and also like hurtful question. But let's say now most me and most of my pen pals are at an age where the people have children or not, and where the people have a partner or not. So this expectation hasn't. This expectation doesn't pervade. It's not like I know the adjective is pervasive, but what's the verb towards pervasive? So the theme is not such perverted, yeah, in the letters anymore. And I mean, like, let's say I'm just recently figuring out there are some contexts where I would be interested in a relation again, and I am figuring out figuring out for myself how this would work. And I like in Icelandic we have this nice word að útvarpa, to radio. So I don't wish to radio all the details on a public YouTube channel, of course, but let's say for myself I am collecting ideas, and actually this much-cited book that I'm writing came out of the statement of a long-term friend who said, well, Jesus Christ, write down what you would need in a relation. So there are so many different characters in this book who actually stand for a need that I have in human communication. And when I'm researching things concerning that book, that I just need to know, or else the book won't make sense, then I first thought I am like these younger characters who are like somewhere between 25 and 30 years old. But actually, my research journey showed me how much I am sometimes the grandma called Steinun, who has to develop like a certain sense of being humble to see something new that she didn't know before existed, and that might enrich her life and worst case help her understand her like mentally adopted grandchildren, and build a community that she in this shape never had. So maybe we can also say that like now that I'm older, I enjoy building a community. When I was a teenager, I was sort of like more expecting that to find communities. Of course, all people want to belong somewhere, but let's say I also grew up in a context where people sort of waited for parents, friends, authorities, etc. to do something. So today I'm making my own groups, or I'm finding my own groups and initiating more things, because let's say I'm not as spontaneous anymore. I'm not as look bird as I used to be, because I also have to like budget my energy much better. And actually that's a positive thing. So be welcome in my grandma world. I'll see you.